like just trying to get a bit more fun. Like me and my friend still compete and play that game a bunch, but what we're seeing is a weird kind of competition here.
Oh my goodness.
Michael Bay movie in the making.
Right.
Oh man, Snake versus Snake on Pokemon Stadium 2. Jest versus RP4, and this is kind of what I was alluding to earlier, was that Jest and RP4 have a weird history. They've had matches where they're both relaxed, just playing whatever, and then they've had their serious bouts, which usually is the case. However, we've also seen how RP4 is willing to just kind of like pick whoever. He's like, choose my character for me. And that does seem to be what's happening here. He's like, you want to do a Snake v Snake? And definitely going to be a weird matchup as same character. And I would say both of these characters are weird because while at the same time, like, you can do like that like explosion tactic where you're just pulling grenades and then making sure the opponent like falls into that, both of these guys are going to be very like aware of that. So you're going to want to do as many mix-ups as you can, kind of like what Jess just shown there, just pulling out that F smash and charging it right in his face. We're starting to see these explosions rack up. Jess even pulling out 2 grenades, blocking them right down there in front, just to take up space, forcing RP4 to approach and not stay in your ledge. And I think it's working out for him. Oh, goes for the up smash tech read. No tech from RP4, getting him backward rolled into the up smash. Really smart stuff from Jess there. Let's see, RP4 trying to set up his own stuff. Set up shop. Not sure if Jess knows this yet. I'm not sure if that's even his C4 or not, but there was the C4 on the bottom right ledge here. Still not... Oh, it was Jess. Nice. Very smart stuff. Using it because he anticipated being knocked off stage. And there's first stock for RP4. One thing also about Snake that is kind of weird in this matchup too, because even though it's Snake versus Snake, Snake will still live for a long time. Snake is just a really heavy character for his size. Like, sure, he's kind of big, but like, he's really heavy. And there are times where even if you think he should like lose his stock at like 160, there are ways he can just kind of weasel his way out of that and just continue to live. And even now at 120, like that's not even a big deal. Like, he'll just get back. Even there, getting hit by the up smash, not even worried.
It's all the army equipment.
Yeah, it's the Kevlar, honestly. He's just taking the bullets and being like, man, like, it's fine. Get the stim, you know? Oh, man. We see the explosions going everywhere. It's sensory overload, man. Like, Snake is just also one of those characters where it's like, it seems kind of mindless in a sense, like if you aren't very knowledgeable on like how Snake plays. But like at the same time, like when they're throwing grenades and stuff, like they do have a timer that you can manipulate by holding it, by dropping it, by re-picking it up after you've dropped it, as well as just like things like that where Snakes have to be aware of either an opponent's Snake or like their own. Cypher, the up B recovery for Snake, can be broken. You have to do, I believe, 13% of damage to specifically the Cypher. So even if you like try to see Snake and you're able to back air him directly in the chest or something, like, doesn't matter. You have to hit him directly on that flying thing, and for that reason alone, it's a really decent recovery option since you have to hit it straight from above. And for that reason, lots of Snakes like to recover high. But
oh no. That is going to definitely receive some type of replay on that.
Yeah, a lot was happening there. So I think the replay will definitely help in this match. Right at the end here, we see C4 on the ground is not Jest's. And it is Jest. It's not RP4's. Thinking it's his, most likely. Didn't want to approach here because that gets hit by the grenade, gets hit by the up smash, starts using up smash at ledge, plants the C4 in him instead of the ledge, which Jess thought was planted on the ground. RP4 knew this, got blown up by the up smash and the grenade, and then RP4 let it rip. Really fun stuff. Snake, you can get so creative with how you kill people with that C4. You can even stick the C4 on them and then up throw or down throw, and they'll just get launched in the air or whatever, and then boom, off to the races. But that was a really fun match to watch. Really funny in a sense because it's just explosions everywhere. But it's also like pretty neat to see 2 different players play the character.
And you're right on that, because you know what happens to the naked eye. Most people probably think, so this person is just spamming out bombs as much as they possibly can, not knowing that Snake himself equally has a problem with, you know, whether or not he's dealing with his own bombs. So, you know, there's probably way more method to the madness on that. Let's go ahead and hop back into the full game.
Definitely. And that's one thing I think that, like, I even as a player, like, I'll play against really good snakes, and I'm like, this is just so annoying to play against, man. But it's like, a lot of times, like, you're playing, if a snake, like, has a grenade cocked and you just rush him, he can shield while holding it, right? But when he does that, like, he drops it, and it'll explode at some point. And a lot of the times, lower level and mid-level players who aren't aware of this fact, like, they'll, like, just punch the shield anyway and then blow up because they're also hitting the grenade. And if you just wait for the grenade to explode or even, like, use a projectile on his shield, the grenade still does shield damage. And then he has to apply he loses even more shield because 2 moves are not hitting him instead of 1. And there's a lot of resource management, a lot of, like, weird things that you'd never think of. The C4 timer, there's a timer on the C4. After 30 seconds it will explode regardless of if you detonate it. So even that fact, like, let's say you have a C4 planted somewhere and you wait too long to detonate it, you might sabotage yourself just because you forgot that your C4 timer was soon. And Snake, really great character. Obviously, with, like, you can get pretty far with even not knowing these types of things about Snake. Like, there's a lot of, like, really good tech skill that can be learned with this character, and it's pretty much why for a long time at the beginning of Ultimate, a lot of people were very much trying to relearn or learn this matchup for the first time, and this character got the most amount of best results in the entire competitive Smash League at the beginning. He still, for a long time, has had, like, the highest amount of first places at, like, large events, and for good reason. Like, great character, heavy, lives long, has crazy combos, great projectiles. He has just everything. And very few very exploitable weaknesses, as well as moves like that Nikita, that rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Man, like, it's pretty much a character in itself. And see, now RP4 did just recently block that dash attack from Jest when Jest dash attacked. And while he did get the counterattack with that grenade exploding and hurting Jest, RP4 lost like half of his shield from that. And now Jest is able to even use that up throw, or that grab jet pummel into up smash to punish RP4 for doing that now, because he's at such a high percent where another 1 or 2 of those will kill. So it's going to be super interesting to see if Jest is able to make this turnaround. Because, again, Snake can live for so long. We're seeing Jest RP4 recover high. What is he going to do? Lands, gets dash attacked. Going high again. Look at this. Snake can just keep doing this, man. Ooh, shielding on platform. Dropping that C4. Jest is trying anything now to just take off the stop from RP4, but it's not going too well. Recovering high himself here is RP4. Jest trying to do something down. Oh, uses back throw. One thing that I'm not sure. Ooh. Yeah, and that's why Nikita's broken. If you've never seen that stuff, you can kind of anticipate where somebody will be prior to the fact, and just kind of put that Nikita out there. And even if you don't hit initially, you can just spin it around and around and apply so much pressure. But
display some,
yeah, and it's scary enough just seeing them use it, because you're like, if you're aware of it, you even psych yourself out, because then you're just like, man, like, he might do this or that, and no, he might just decide to do nothing and just shoot it forward. But here we're seeing so much grenade play. Nice from Jest, low profiling with the down tilt, and the C4 is gonna explode within 30 seconds. It's a wild match. Yeah, definitely we need a replay on this one. So yeah, you see it right in the middle of the stage here, just barely. It looks like a rock, honestly. Right there on the left side of that.
It does.
Blue.
Yep.
Yeah, like you wouldn't even know. So sneaky, and it blew up. I'm not sure if RP4 detonated it or if
he
it
touched
exploded.
it. I think he detonated it, if I had to guess.
Yeah, because he wasn't tumbling. That was funny.
All right, RP4 with a character I'd never seen him use before. It goes up 2-0. Graduates to the next round. Let's take a look at the bracket, guys. All right, so we finished with the bottom half of round number 1. We've got a match ready to go in round number 2 between RP4 and BW Style. Next up, guys, we're getting ready to have Solidus Hedgehog take on Titan Killer in a very interesting match. Down below, Jestdoki and Swag Flu can go ahead and get started as well if they are still by their machines, which will be right on time